Hello and welcome to my Tarot Corner. So many things are happening, and every day there is so much news that it's really hard to choose the subjects of the readings. I mean, I could have done at least 4 or 5 readings daily just because there are so many topics, and sometimes I'm trying to combine topics in order to get as much information as possible. So today I chose 2 topics that came up today. The first one is the coronation, and apparently Meghan Markle changed her IMDB page to include her participation in the coronation as herself. So we don't even know if they are invited, but she's already putting herself as if she is participating. And then comes out the question, because media outlets are insinuating that Harry and Meghan expect to have a role in the coronation. Now, we know that William is the one in charge of the coronation, so they have to really suck up to William in order to get a role. But maybe King Charles will decide to let them have a role, just like today it came out that King Charles has decided not to take the Counselor of State job. Let's say it's not exactly a job, but the Council of State status from Andrew and Harry, because he doesn't want to embarrass them. So he decided to add 3 more counselors of state, and that's Catherine, Anne, and Prince Andrew. Not Andrew, sorry, Edward. So, well, maybe King Charles will ask William to give Harry and Meghan a role in the coronation. So I'm going to do a deep dive into the coronation, and I'm going to do it using a Celtic cross, but this is not the regular Celtic cross. It's an unconventional or non-traditional Celtic cross, and it is more of things that they need to let go, their situation, things that are obstructing them, things that are opening them, what they don't recognize, what they need to understand. So before I start, please take a few moments to read my full disclaimer in the description box. This is a tarot reading. It is vibrational. It is open to interpretation. It exists as assumptions and speculation, and as such may or may not be true. So please do your own research and decide for yourself. This is the Wandering Star Tarot. It seems like Harry and Meghan's star has wandered away from them. So let's clear the deck. And let's start asking. So, deep dive into King Charles' coronation and Harry and Meghan's role in that ceremony. Are Harry and Meghan invited? Will they get any kind of role in King Charles' coronation? What can we see around King Charles' coronation and Harry and Meghan's role in the coronation? Let's just finish this and cut the deck to 3. I'm getting better, and I even started doing some short readings for clients, and I know that some wrote me and asked me to do a reading, and I will write you and try to set up a date. Okay, so the first card is their situation. This is about Harry and Meghan's situation as it is right now. And what I'm getting here is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles came in the reverse, but still I'm not reading reversed cards in this reading. And the Queen of Pentacles is the Queen herself, but it's also the shopkeeper. Someone who is very worried about money, about property, someone who is able maybe to keep inheritance, but this is a card that is also a card of people that are afraid of change. This is a card of someone who is very worried about inheritance and thinking about money, thinking about inheritance, thinking about getting that. This is a sum up of Harry and Meghan's feelings towards their financial situation. They want to be the King of Pentacles. Right now, they are not the King of Pentacles, and they are striving to at least be the Queen, which is someone who is able to stand changes, someone who is able to connect to property, to inheritance, but also this is a card of someone who is possessive, someone who is a bigot, and someone who is trying to manage his finances. So as their let's say mission for the next year, this card says that they really need to look into their finances and to become the shopkeeper. This is their, let's say, goal for the next year. Okay. The next card is what is blocking them, and what I'm getting here is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, that is the aloof knight. That is a knight that never finds anything that is exciting for him, never finds anything that is igniting him, someone who is egotistical, and because it comes in the place of blockages and things that are not helping them in obstacles in their way, we need to look at the negative aspects of this card. And this is about quarrels, about being restless. This is even a card of separation and self-destruction of someone who is impulsive, impatient, and gives up very quickly. So this is what their obstacles are. They never able to follow up things all the way. They are never able to finish things that they started, and we see that with Meghan all the time. Just the example of the 40 by 40, or I heard someone say about her remark about coffee, that now she just started drinking coffee again, because when she was in the royal family, she didn't even think about drinking coffee. And I don't know if it's a dig at the royal family, but when she started talking about coffee, why didn't you speak about your lattes venture? So this is a card that shows that they are never able to follow things all the way. They are starting something and then they are dropping it and starting something new. So this is their main blockages. And the next card is, what do they need to let go of? And the card that I'm getting here is the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles, that is a card of the, wow, brain fart. That is the card of the clerk. The a person that is very good in going with the flow and with work and worries about health problems, but so he's making sure that he's very fit, is very organized, is very orderly, but also a coward, someone who is reluctant to change. So it's not a surprise that we get the Page of Pentacles as something that they need to let go of, because the Queen of Pentacles is what they strive for. So they need to grow. The Page of Pentacles is a younger version or an immature version, and they want to grow. So if they want to achieve the Queen of Pentacles, they need to let go of being the Page of Pentacles. And this is a card of someone who finds it hard to initiate things, someone who is passive, someone who is cheap, someone who is afraid of change, someone who is finding it hard to think out of the box, someone who acts without discretion. All of those things they need to let go. They need to put behind them. These things are not helping them in their way forward. Okay. And still, because we are talking about the coronation, and the Queen of Pentacles is the card that usually represented the Queen, and if they want to be part of the coronation, they need to understand that they cannot adhere to everything that they know, to the way that they have been acting. They cannot stay the Page of Pentacles. They cannot be passive. They need to do something in order to be active in the coronation, because I believe that King Charles will invite them, but whether or not they will have an active role, in order to have some kind of acting role, they need to start being active. So they need, for example, to apologize. This is one thing that they need to do. They need to change the way they act, the way that they are always attacking the royal family. And now we have a date for Harry's book release, and this book is probably going to attack the royal family, and they cannot stop the publication of this book, and money is here a very big problem, and they are hanging between the need to have money, to be orderly, to be able to be the clerk or the Queen of Pentacles, and their need to change the way that they act if they want to become a part of the coronation. Now, it's really interesting that all of the cards up until now are court cards. So we are talking about coronation, we are talking about a court, we are talking about something that is majestical. So a lot of court cards are coming here. Okay, what is opening to them? And the card that shows what is the options that are opening to them is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, that is a card of being able to profit after working hard. So there is opportunity opening to them to be able to work hard and to earn a lot of money. This is not a card of the apprentice, as we see usually the Eight of Pentacles as someone who is working hard but is not getting a lot of money. Here we see someone who is able to profit after working hard. So they have the opportunity to succeed. They have the opportunity to have this abundance, to start having a stable financial situation. That opportunity is there, but they need to realize that they have to work hard to get that money. This is not something that comes without working. This is not something that just falls from the sky, and they need to prove themselves. themselves. So this is a card of someone who needs to show that he knows how to work, that who knows how to do things, and that he can succeed. So that's card number 4. Card number 5 is what don't they recognize? So once again, we're looking at the negative aspects of this card, and we see the 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords is the card of vacation, or the card of the people who left, and they do not realize that the fact that they left is completely detaching them from the royal family. They left. They went away. They ran away, let's say that way. They gave up on the struggle. You know, it's something that I am trying very hard right now with my children to make them realize that running away from problems is not the way to go forward in your lives. And this is something that they did, and they do not recognize that this is a part of the reason why all of the questions of whether or not they will be part of the coronation, whether or not they will even be invited to the coronation, it all stems out from the fact that they left, that they went away, that they took this big vacation at first, as you remember, in Canada, and then they just decided not to come back. So this is the stem, this is the basis of the problem, the fact that they decided to leave. And once they left, they started throwing all of these swords backwards to the royal family. So this is the main reason, and they just do not understand that, they do not recognize that. But what is it that they start to understand? What is it that they begin to understand? And we get another 6. And this is the 6 of Cups. And I am not at all surprised, because the 6 of Cups is the card of the nostalgia. Now, right now, Prince Harry is after being in the UK with his family after losing his grandmother, and everybody spoke about him reminiscing on the times that he was part of the family, feeling an outsider because he left. There are 2 6s, and the 6s are cards of second chances. And this is something that they are starting to understand. First of all, that they themselves need a second chance, and secondly, that they need to give the family a second chance. Now, 6 is a magical number. It's a number of harmony, of joy, of success, of optimism, and change for the better. This is a card of founded beginnings, but also of compromise, of comfort, of not resting on laurels. Someone who can lead to deal with someone who could deal even with the devil, but it's also someone who can stay in the comfort zone, can be lazy, and this is why and someone who deals with the devil, but in the wrong way. So this is why we get 2 6s here, because they are all the time playing with the devil, or they are lashing out at the royal family, coming out with all sorts of allegations, all sorts of buzzwords, and then they realize that they did something that is, let's say, step over the line, and they need to start thinking about getting out of the comfort zone, about giving second chances, trying to rectify the errors of the past, And this is what the Six of Cups is all about. Now, I believe that this is a card that is more relevant for Prince Harry than Meghan, despite the fact that we have two women here, and one of them is not a Caucasian. So, but this card is a card of someone who feels that he needs to go back to the past, go back to his childhood experiences, someone who looks at the past fondly with reminiscing on the good things that happened in the past, and someone, but also if he's not taking the cue, if he's not understanding that he needs to get out of the comfort zone, then he might stay in the past and not move forward. And this is a person that keeps on whining about his mother, about his mother's death, about the problems that he had, and he never gets out of this. He never steps forward. He's being very childish, and this is a card of someone who is not able to move forward when he's not getting the message of the card. So he's starting to believe, to hear this. He's starting to understand it, but he's only at the beginning of the understanding of this realization. He's only the beginning, and up until now, he was completely closed. He was completely unable to see his errors and to try and even think about rectifying the errors. And just today, I saw that James Corden decided to apologize for his behavior in that restaurant. Of course, he's trying to justify himself. He's trying to say that it wasn't that bad, but he did say something that was wrong. He did act in a wrong way. So maybe Harry needs to learn something from James Corden. The next card is outdated thinking. What outdated thinking brings. So what are they thinking that is not helping them, or the outdated thinking is causing to something, and this something is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords, that's the card of someone who is unable to make decisions, someone who is resting right now, someone who is unable to start working hard in order to get all of those pentacles. So this is the fact that and we need to look at the negative aspects of the card, because this is a negative place, and they are still thinking that they have time, that they don't need to make a decision right now. They feel that the process is not clear yet. This is even a card of someone who feels ill, but they are unable to act. This is a card that shows that their outdated thinking is causing them to be in a standstill position. They are insecure, they are tired, fatigued, they are restless, and they are stuck and unable to make decisions. So this is what this outdated thinking causes. The next card is how does the family see them? And that's especially King Charles and Prince William. And the card that I'm getting here is the King of Pentacles. So the family sees them as they want to be seen. This is the King of Pentacles, that's the general manager. That is the person that can be independent, and a person that is very good with a career, with work. This is someone who is able and needs an independent career. And this is why King Charles said in his speech, in his first speech, that he wishes them luck in their independent way, abroad. So the family doesn't see them coming back. The family sees them as people that are ambitious, that they want to be independent, and King Charles and William, they believe that they can be independent, that they don't need to take care of them financially. So this is a card that shows us that the family doesn't even want them back. The family says, wait a minute, you wanted to be financially independent, you can be financially independent. That is what we want you to do. And this is a card of someone who is anti-family. So the family sees them as anti-family, as if they don't care about the family, they don't care about emotional contact. They are stubborn, and they are ambitious. This is how William and Charles see them. So William and Charles do not expect them to come back, and they don't. William especially doesn't even want them back, and I believe that even King Charles, that at the beginning did believe that he can pull Harry back, right now sees that way. So what action can they do in order to become a part of the coronation? And the card that I'm getting is the Magician. So they need to start manifesting. They need to start doing something. This is a card of action. This is a card that says you need to start creating. You need to start manifesting. You need to start to do the things that are that you want to do. You have the ability to manifest, and this is something that you need to do. And you need to find your niche. You need to find how you can create, how you can manifest, because this is the only way for you to become the King of Pentacles. This is the only way for you to become the Queen of Pentacles, and this is the only way for you to be able to utilize that opening of being able to get profit after working hard. But this is a card that tells them you need to start being the magician. You need to start doing things. You need to start manifesting. This card also shows a person that is performing in front of an audience, and we see that now with Meghan. She's performing in front of audiences all the time, and even Harry started doing that. This is a card of people that have low self-esteem. They need audience, because without the audience, without people that will pay to listen to them, how will they get the Nine of Pentacles? So they need the audience. But this is a card of someone who also has difficulty in expressing himself. He's ignoring solutions. He is trying all sorts of deceptions and trickery for self-gain. So, and for this person, for them, the goal justifies the means. And this is what we see with Meghan all the time. She keeps on saying all sorts of buzzwords, all sorts of lies, things that can be refuted very easily. And but for her, the goal justifies the means. For her, this is she can lie, she can deceive. This is about selfish communication. This is about manipulation, maneuvering, trickery, lies. Someone who is slick-tongued, someone who covers himself in front of others, and someone who wants to break the framework, but also unable to. So this is what they need to do. They need to start utilizing the positive aspects of the magician, and they need to get out of their way of being the negative aspect of the magician. So if they do start taking action, if they do start manifesting and creating, what will be the outcome? Will they be in the coronation or not? And the card that I'm getting is the Three of Swords. So no. The Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak and sorrow and destruction and failure that is known for in advance because of being in the Two of Swords energy that is speaking about not being able to see reality as it is and being completely detached from reality, and because of that making all of the wrong choices. So we can just say that no matter what they manifest and how they manifest, if they keep on their trickery, their lies, if they keep on using the negative aspects of the magician, no matter how much they create, this is going to be the result. And I just want to show you something. This is a 10-card spread, not even one wands, not even one. Not even, we have pentacles, 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 pentacles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards of pentacle. Half of this reading is pentacles. One card that is cups. One card that is no, 1, 2, 3 cards of swords and one major arcana. So this card, this spread shows they have no fire. They have no ability to make their wishes come true. They have openings, they have opportunities, but they lack the creative force. They lack the fire that ignites them. They lack the ability to create, because this is what wands are all about. They cannot reach the victory, and they will end up in the Three of Swords because they are not utilizing their ability to start afresh, to get it, or to give and get second chances. They are unable to realize what they did and how they managed to destroy their entire connection with the royal family. And I am sorry, but there is one wands here, the Knight of Wands. I didn't see that. So only one card of no wands, which is also showing us lack of fire, not a lot of fire, because the Knight of Wands is first of all came in the obstacles part, is obstacle position in the reading, and also the meaning of the Knight of Wands is the person that is aloof, the one that is unable to manifest, unable to create. So this is the only wands here. So altogether, this is not a very easy reading, and it shows that they have a lot of opportunities open to them, but they are missing them. They are missing those opportunities, and that is why we have so many court cards, because court cards are people that 1, 2, 3, 4 court cards, and 5 court cards in this reading. Half of the readings are court cards, and court cards are people that are missing opportunities. So they have the opportunities, they even know how to solve the problems, but they cannot decide and they cannot take the action. So altogether, I don't think that they will be any part of the coronation or any kind of role in the coronation. They might be there as guests, but nothing more than that. They won't be on the balcony. They won't be visible in any kind of formal engagement. Okay, so that's the tarot. And the oracle is the broken mirror, the dark mirror, I'm sorry. The broken mirror is a tarot deck. So the dark mirror is the oracle. So let's see what is their energy regarding the coronation. So let's just shuffle the deck a little. Okay, so let's clear the deck. And let's start asking. So Harry and Meghan's energy in connection to the coronation. And the card that I'm getting is Peaceful Among Thrones. Okay, so this is an interesting card because it speaks about the fact that being spiritual doesn't solve the material problems. It doesn't solve the tangible problems. And it speaks about the fact that they are going spiritual in every aspect of their lives. And we see them speaking about mental health, speaking about all sorts of spiritual things. So for them, it looks like every problem can be solved if they are going spiritual. And the thing that, what they say here is we talk too much about the spiritual stuff. Spiritual that, spiritual this. Not that the spiritual side isn't important, especially in an age when everything seems reduced to materialism drive. But aren't we going too much to the other side? I have a money problem, go spiritual. I have a health problem, go spiritual. And they are detailing here all sorts of problems. And what they are saying is that what is spiritual would have been sold in, what if spiritual world would have been sold in a grocery store? Sometimes to solve money problems, you need money. And to solve love problems, you need 2F. Strange, but true. Getting spiritual is not what solves your problems. It is what gives depth to the solutions. It is not, it makes them meaningful. It makes us from the small to the wide. It takes us, sorry, from the small to the wide, from the river to the ocean. But sometimes we are not ready to make it our center, and therefore it's perfectly fine if we don't. So this is a card that is showing us that Harry and Meghan are trying to make everything in the spiritual plane. They are trying to show themselves as spiritual, as people that are thinking about all of the unknown tangible things. But actually to solve their problems, and especially their money problems, because we had so many pentacles in this spread, to solve their problems, they need to find a way to make money. They need to find a way to create. They need to start thinking about actual solutions, not about talking and talking and talking. Okay, so this is it for this reading. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share my videos, and leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.